Issue Point and Good in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, unbelievable news. So here's what actually the problem is that Norwich have actually revealed their plans for hard times ahead and the brace for somewhere around £35 million loss. And they defend using furlough scheme what they are using for their non-playing staff. There will be no pay cuts or deferrals for playmakers as well. So I think this is the best time that Ben Godfrey and Emiliano Buendia would be great because it looks like Norwich would sell their players. And that is a huge news, and it could be a great possibility because Buendia has been unbelievable as a creator for Norwich. Moving on, Kia Joorabchian has started a tour to find out a way for Coutinho. Chelsea are on the table, Arsenal too, as are Spurs. Now, two more options have appeared from a lower profile but willing to make a greater financial effort than the other clubs, and those are Liverpool and Leicester City. So let's see where exactly would Felipe Coutinho would land. I don't know which club, but let's see where his future lies and where would he end up to be. Well, not only this, I think we have some more news for you guys. Mesut Ozil took and is still taking time to make an informed decision over a pay cut, and he was vilified. Chelsea, it would appear, are doing the same as well. One leading agent said that the Arsenal board are heavily relied on Hector Bellerin and David Luiz for the pay cut talks. Luiz supported the pay cut talks right from the outset and wants to extend his contract by another year with Arsenal. He would want to stay with Arsenal. Moving on, at Arsenal, agents and family have said that the players felt pressurized to take a pay cut and that bringing Mikel Arteta into the negotiations could mean that they would be refused first team opportunities if they do not actually accept the proposal. Well, if I were Arsenal players, I would be damned because it would be something like, you're forced by your principal to follow a command, but it is genius. Yes, it is genius by Raul Sanyehi and Vinay Venkatesham in terms of how a club should function. It is genius. You have to agree with that because to make them, there has to be some amount of fear when a gaffer talks, and actually the management have actually taken a big level of advantage of that. Moving on, Borussia Dortmund are keeping an eye on Arsenal's Bukayo Saka. His performances have led to him becoming one of the most impressive youngsters in the Premier League this season. He has also caught the eye of Bayern Munich. However, if Arsenal let them go, it's BS. Moving on, top Arsenal transfer target is happy at Celtic. Odsonne Edouard, ladies and gentlemen, is an Arsenal transfer target, but the problem is it looks like he would be snubbed. Well, he would be snubbing a move to Arsenal because, talking about Odsonne Edouard, Odsonne is a good player, and one day this is actually this whole thing is Celtic's teammate. His teammate Christopher Julian is confident that he'll be Odsonne Edouard will be staying at Celtic. He said Odsonne is a good player and one day he will have a lot of clubs interested in him, but he's in a really good place right now with Celtic. He's done some unbelievable stuff and I really hope that he'll stay here. I enjoy playing with him and I want him to stay for as long as he can. That would be incredible for everyone at Celtic. Arsenal hero Gilberto Silva names an all-time 11 but completely snubs invincible teammates. Yes, you would not like it? Somebody asked him, who is his best 11 that he's played with. He actually said some names. Here's the image that you can see. And he also went on saying that starting a new challenge, a new club in Europe was like a dream come true for me. Coming to England and starting to understand how English football works was something very special. It was not so easy at the beginning, but I worked really hard to adapt as fast as I could. I must say that Edu was very important for me to help me on a daily basis with the communication with Arsene, but also to have somebody as a friend to talk to in a training session. I knew that if I learned the language, I would adapt much easier. It would be better for me to communicate with my teammates at the training ground. I didn't want to have a translator walking around with me, helping me all the time. I wanted to be independent in terms of communication. For me, learning English was also for life and for the future. Arsenal are chasing Nabil Fekir as Dani Ceballos' replacement. Arsenal have made inquiries to sign Real Betis attacker Nabil Fekir. Let's see if Arsenal would actually make him sign a new contract. Moving on. Feyenoord are ready to sell Orkun Kokcu after Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta made the playmaker one of his top transfer targets. And it looks like the Football International claim that Feyenoord will accept a £23 million bid for Kokcu, but Arsenal were ready to pay somewhere around £25 million because they saw Sevilla declaring an interest in the Dutchman. Arsenal have contacted Real Madrid about signing Eder Militao. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the 22-year-old centre-back has had a torrid time at the Bernabeu since his arrival last summer from Porto. He actually made a £44 million move to Santiago de Bernabeu, but it looks like he has fallen behind Zinedine Zidane's established centre-back pairing of Sergio Ramos and Rafael Varane. Arsenal are hoping to sign Thomas Partey this summer, rest on their unlikely bid to qualify for the Champions League. If they don't get Champions League, to make a signing such as Thomas Partey, it would be really impossible, and that is exactly what is being told. Let's see how things will pan out to be. If it is going to be great, I will let you know about it. If it doesn't, you will know on this platform. So I would want you to sign up for this channel by subscribing, hit that bell icon, because when you do that, you get 2 videos about Arsenal every single day. And I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers.